Have you ever heard of the idea of assuming from the state of already having in order to manifest what you want? At first that may sound a little backwards. Let me explain it as it relates to performing music. Let's say you're preparing a musical performance that's 6 months away. You obviously want accuracy and musicality. If you start practicing now with attention to detail, patience, and ease, you're doing something very powerful. You're building technical accuracy so deeply that when performance time comes, your mind is free to listen, free to shape phrases, free to make music. In other words, you're no longer using all of your mental processing power just to survive the notes, fingering, and rhythm. You have headspace for expression. Now compare that to the musician who waits until the last month to get serious. They're overwhelmed by details. Practice becomes frantic and forced. And there's very little room left for the thing they wanted most in the first place, musical expression. Let's talk about the hidden advantage of early preparation. The musician who prepares early, who goes deep and makes accuracy a habit, can actually afford to do something counterintuitive. They can put the music away for a while, maybe even 2 months before the performance. Then, after a short hiatus, they bring it back and almost always surpass the level they had before the break. Why? There are 2 reasons. Number 1, the brain never stops processing. Even when you're not physically practicing, the music is still marinating beneath the surface. Number 2, ease breeds confidence. When the music feels easier, belief naturally increases, and belief changes everything about how you perform. Keep in mind also that performing a piece you've already performed 5, 10, or more times really puts you in a place of ease and belief in yourself as a musician. Think about all of those music professionals that play the same music over and over for years. It shouldn't be a surprise that ease and self-expression becomes natural to them. Now let's contrast. Practicing a new piece of music under pressure. This is the opposite scenario. When preparation is delayed, the deadline creates stress. Practice becomes disorganized. Effort replaces clarity. And instead of reinforcing belief in one's ability, the process quietly teaches the opposite. Your mind starts repeating ideas like, I'm not ready, I'm behind, this is going to be hard. That internal state matters more than most people realize. Let's now make the connection. Ask yourself this. Can you see how this applies to anything you want in life? Money, love, health, creative fulfillment. The most powerful time to manifest anything is when you already feel like you have enough. That sounds strange at first. You might think, why would I ask for more money if I already feel rich? When you plead for something from a place of lack, you reinforce the belief that you don't have it. And it's extremely difficult to create from that state. Creation responds to wholeness, not to desperation. Here's a mind hack to remember. When you're already feeling good, loved, calm, appreciative, abundant, that is the time to visualize more. Not as something you need, but as something that would be fun to add. On the other hand, when you're stressed or in a low mood, forcing affirmations often backfires. In those moments, don't visualize your dreams. Start with appreciation. Appreciate the small things first. Here's an example of a way to get some personal power. When I'm not feeling great, I almost always go to my breath. I'll think something like, I'm grateful I don't have to worry about my next breath. I'm grateful that life is being given to me automatically. That simple but powerful appreciation shifts my state. From there, I might gently add, today is going well. I anticipate pleasant surprises. Only after that do I move into the possibility of visualization. When you chase love from emptiness, it doesn't come because love is drawn to wholeness. The same is true for abundance, creativity, and opportunity. It's far more powerful to attract from fullness than to chase from desperation. So now think back to the musician, cramming for a performance versus practicing early when you don't need to. That difference is power, and when you understand how to harness it in music, in creativity, and in life, everything starts to feel easier, clearer, and more aligned.